Is it possible to clean up and revitalize a downtown that many had given up on? The Downtown Reno Partnership is proving that you can. Last year, the next stage spent a day out with the Reno ambassadors, who are under the Downtown Reno Partnership umbrella. The ambassadors patrol downtown Reno in an effort to create a cleaner, safer, and friendlier downtown for visitors as well as residents. The ambassadors' social outreach appears to be having the largest impact. We experienced this firsthand last year when we spent a day out with former Reno ambassador Austin Pollard.
The most important thing, it's not so much like what I've done or what they do, it's approaching people like people. Whether they're homeless or suffering from some kind of issue, you talk to them like a person, you're gonna get a reaction like a person, and that's the most important part.
I sat down with Downtown Reno Partnership Executive Director Alex Stettinski to learn more about the future of the Business Improvement District and to learn more about what it's accomplished thus far. Alex, can you explain to us what the Downtown Reno Partnership is?
The Downtown Reno Partnership is a so-called business improvement district. There's over 1,000 of them in the United States currently. They're created usually through the request of property owners that see something is not right, something needs to be improved in their neighborhood. They go to the city, I'm abbreviating. They go to the city, they say, we would love to declare a particular, very defined area as a business improvement district. They have to go through a process of finding enough property owners that support that. There's a petition that has to be done. At least 50% of all property has to support that idea of basically being voluntarily assessed, an assessment in addition to the property tax that they're already paying, and then the place is put into action. And in our case, it took about 1.5 to 2 years. It's a really lengthy process, and a assessment formula was defined. It's a tiny little percentage of your property tax that will be added on, and that becomes the Business Improvement District's budget that we use to do clean and safe services, marketing, and economic development for the downtown core.
And explain to us the difference, because it's an assessment, not necessarily a tax for every citizen.
So I love that question. That confusion happens everywhere. An assessment and a tax, very distinctly different type of payments. A tax is something that you pay for a general purpose. An assessment is something that you pay for a very specific benefit in a very specific environment. I kind of casually compare an assessment more to what you would pay as your HOA or as a sewer fee, because you get a specific service for the money that you pay.
Where did the concept for a bid originate? I mean, you were saying that this isn't original to Reno, it's all over the country. No,
it started in the 70s and 80s when municipalities sort of ran out of money. Business improvement districts came about because nationwide cities weren't able to properly take care of their neighborhoods any longer. So private investment came into play. People said, before we see a neighborhood being run down even more, we take action, we support it through private investment, private funding, and make sure that these areas are taken care of.
The bid was formed in July of 2018, so you're about 1.5 years in now. Right. What are some of your proudest moments?
So there was an individual, and that happened around Christmas, who was an alcoholic. He was a person from Reno. He slipped to homelessness. He was out on the street. He was pretty well known in the community. He was not one of the quiet homeless individuals that we have, but those that we would notice. And our ambassadors were able to develop a relationship with him. It took them months, and eventually convinced him to seek help. He today is sober, and he is placed in permanent housing. He reconnected with his sister that he was disconnected from for years. And that I can say 100% because of the work that our ambassadors have been doing with him, the kind of care and attention that they gave him. That was probably one of the proudest moments that I had when I learned about that.
And this ambassadors program is just one of the many facets of what the Downtown Reno Partnership does, but I also feel like it's one of the most compassionate programs that you offer.
Yeah, and in a very unique way. The ambassador program is the most visible program we have in the portfolio of bid programs. We even go so far, and it is strategic at this point. We hire people, not all of them, it's a good mix, but some of them have been homeless and drug addicted themselves. They sobered up, they got their life back into control, and now they're giving back out on the street, and they connect with people in a way that I wouldn't be able to connect. So that's one program. The other two programs are marketing and economic development. This is really all there to revitalize downtown. A clean and a safe downtown is a good base to revitalize an area, but marketing is needed. We have a website, we have social media, we proactively go out and promote new businesses and welcome them to the area. If businesses have any specials and deals going on, we want to make sure that the community knows about it. We have about 1,500 subscribers to our newsletter that goes out monthly. We have a great following on our Facebook page. So these things move the needle a little bit for our especially smaller businesses. Then we have an economic development program, which we just started this year. We were able to secure a grant last year of $35,000 almost to get bike racks installed in downtown and to get this brochure created and sent to, I want to say it was about 5,000 businesses and residents in the downtown vicinity. This year, we started to prepare a survey of UNR students and faculty just to kind of hear from their mouth, what is it that they wish to see in downtown? What is it that they feel is missing? We're gathering other data. We're right now taking inventory on all vacant properties, whether they're listed or unlisted. We want to capture all of them. And all that information we use to go to property owners, to go to investors, to go to developers, and ultimately also to companies to see whether they'd be interested in looking at downtown Reno to open shop there.
The opposite of addiction is connection. That's what the Downtown Reno ambassadors are doing, connecting on a human level with those who need it most, while helping them connect with services. The ambassadors are also setting a standard of behavior which allows all citizens to enjoy downtown Reno. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Next Stage with Connie Ray.